Praise the Lord. Thank you, sir. If you would, my Bible's going to be open in 1 Chronicles, the 4th chapter. Yeah, 4th chapter. Starting at the 9th verse. I'm going to be there. Happy New Year again to everyone.
Happy New Year.
We made it through another year.
Amen.
Good God in heaven. 1 Chronicles 4, starting at the 9th verse. When you have it, please stand to your feet in reverence and honor of God's most holy word. And we are going to deal with the text accordingly. Amen, somebody. 1 Chronicles 4, starting at the 9th verse. Jabez was more honorable than his brothers, and his mother named him Jabez, saying, because I bore him with pain. Now Jabez called on the God of Israel, saying, oh, that you would bless me indeed, and enlarge my border, and that your hand might be with me, and that you might keep me from harm, that it may not pain me. And God granted him what he requested. If you would, can you also stick a pin there or a finger there and move to Isaiah 62. Isaiah 62, verses 1 through 3. When you get there, say amen. You're not there, say wait on me. I'm waiting on you. 62, verses 1 through 3. Sound good. Hear all these Bibles moving, and I hear all these fingernails tapping on phones. Amen. It's a good sound. When you're there, say amen.
Amen.
All right. For Zion's sake, I will not keep silent. For Jerusalem's sake, I will not remain quiet, till her vindication shines out like the dawn, her salvation like the blazing torch. The nations will see your vindication, and all the kings your glory. And you will be called by a new name, that the mouth of the Lord will bestow. Somebody say that the mouth of the Lord will bestow.
That the mouth of the Lord will bestow.
You will be crowned of splendor in the Lord's hand, and a royal diadem in the hand of your God. Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Look at your neighbor, say neighbor.
Neighbor.
What we're talking about today is
What we're talking about today is
a new beginning.
a new beginning.
You may be seated in the presence of the Lord.
Amen.
All right, now, besides my bad vernacular and my bad grammatical phrasing, you have to excuse that because we're going to talk a little bit about a new beginning. One thing I want to deal with real quick here briefly is Jabez was more honorable than his brothers, but yet his name meant pain, or bore in pain, or bore in sorrow. Now it's interesting that I want you to take a note here if you're writing, and I suggest that you are. Write down the importance of a name. The importance of a name, especially at birth, will denote your destiny. And that's extremely important for you to understand, not so much what your mother was thinking or your daddy was thinking when they named you, but understand what that name will mean concerning your operation or your actions in life. Because many of us fail to understand that our path, our journey is curved by what we have been named, or better yet, what we are answering to. It's interesting because I remember hearing some people I know now that are grown. You still answer to names like Boopsie and, Foo-Foo and all of these childish names. But when you still answer to these childish names, it's no wonder or surprise when you still have a childish action in your character. That's why when we are hearing these things in which we are called, we have to understand what God has designed for us to be so that we don't answer to anything that is contrary to that which God has called us to be.
Amen.
That's why when we talked about this funny example of this little thing that just the plate wouldn't stay up on there, and I said it's too much money in there, and Don said, well, it's no such thing. And if we found the purpose or the very importance in what he was saying, that God should always be able to give us more.
Amen.
But if we are not receptive or open to it, we will never be able to receive more than that which we're willing to get. Why is that important for you and I to understand? Simply because Jabez had the honor. Jabez had the activity. But the problem, his designation held him back. Okay, let me help somebody. Some of you have limited what God can do in your life because of what you have gotten comfortable with. Have you know what's funny? I was hearing in the economy, I remember when there was a big debate going on, the presidential debate between Hillary and Donald Trump and all that. And I remember them talking about the economy and bringing jobs. And I thought that was the most asinine reality simply because America doesn't need more jobs. We need better training in what's available to us.
Amen.
There's a difference between you telling me I can work at this place for somebody else versus telling me there's opportunities that I can take hold of myself and determine my own economic future.
Amen.
But because we want the easy route, we want somebody else to toil and work and build, and then we'll just go ahead and just help accomplish their goals versus saying that maybe I can receive a vision and carry it out, even though it could be hard, it could be tumultuous, it could be terrible, it could go through all kinds of changes in my life, I could lose a lot, but if I can endure the process, there's a benefit in the end. Why is that important for you and I to know according to Jabez? Simply because he understood that his name would limit his ultimate future. Some of you don't realize stuff you're answering to spiritually.